What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 135 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room, and I want to give you all my Week 7 picks around the NFL. Before I do that, I want to apologize for the late upload. My iPhone storage has been acting up and just not letting me save my videos, do what I want with them. It's been pretty annoying, but I'm going to try to figure it out. So here we are, Week 7 in the NFL. Last week, I went 5-9 on my picks. Absolutely terrible. There's no words to describe how disgusting that is. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this week I could do better. We can do better. We'll start with the Thursday night game, the Saints versus the Cardinals. Hopefully it's better than the previous two Thursday night games that were just absolutely terrible. I think it will be. I think the Saints are going to get it. I think they're going to win this one 33-27. Andy Dalton's been playing pretty good for them. As long as he just doesn't turn the ball over. I don't think he's going to have Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry back. I think Chris Olave is going to be playing. They get him involved. They get Alvin Kamara the ball, and good things will happen, and they can win. As for the Cardinals, they can definitely win this game too. DeAndre Hopkins will be back, so that's definitely a big target for Kyler Murray, someone that he really likes going to. I think it's going to be close, though, but I got the Saints. On to the Sunday game, the Browns versus the Ravens. This is going to be a good matchup. The Browns are desperate for a win. The Ravens are desperate for a win too. The Browns started off good and they kind of fell off. The Ravens, it's in the same boat. So it's very, very interesting. I feel like Lamar always does well against the Browns, though. I think the Ravens are going to bounce back and get a win 31-24. But I think the Browns can win if they get the ground game going early and Jacoby Brissett avoids turnovers. However, I am going to pick the Ravens. Next is the Bucs taking on the Panthers. So the Bucs have not looked great this year. I don't see them losing 3 straight games in a row against a Panthers team that just has no identity whatsoever, a team that's defense is better than its offense, and I just got to go with the Bucs here. I mean, I'll be surprised if the Bucs lose. So give me the Bucs 31-10. Next is the Falcons versus the Bengals. Both teams started off 0-2, now they're 3-3. Both teams are starting to gain momentum. I like what I'm seeing from both of them. I'm going to have to go with the Bengals, though. I think they're just a better all-around team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons won, but I got to pick the Bengals here. I think the Falcons are going to keep it close like they always do, but I'm going to take the Bengals 34-30. Next is the Lions playing my Dallas Cowboys. So the Lions have a lethal offense. They could run the ball, they could pass the ball, but their defense is absolutely horrible. They are coming off a bye week, well-rested, and the Cowboys took a tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. However, they are getting quarterback Dak Prescott back, so I can't wait to see what he does. His first game back since week 1 when he suffered that hand injury. I do like the Cowboys here. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, 34-28. Next is the Giants versus the Jaguars. So the Giants have been pretty impressive this year. The Jags started off good, and now they just looked horrible. But I think the Jags can win it. Not only am I saying that because I don't like the Giants, they really could if Trevor Lawrence can just avoid turning the ball over. I think the Giants are going to win probably, but I'm picking the Jags in this spot, 27-20. Next is the Packers taking on the Commanders. So the Packers have not looked good as of lately, and the Commanders have just been bad too, but they lost Carson Wentz, so in comes Taylor Heineke, who honestly might fit this Commanders team better than Carson Wentz does. I just don't see the Packers losing 3 straight games with Aaron Rodgers. I think they'll figure it out in this game and get the win. I do see it being a closer game, but I do like the Packers in this one, 26-23. Next is the Colts taking on the Titans. So the Colts have been pretty impressive as of lately. The Titans are on a 3-game win streak. They're coming back from a bye. They're going to be well rested. It's very interesting because the Colts, they can't really run the ball because Jonathan Taylor's been out, and even when he's been in, he hasn't been that great. But they've been passing really well lately with Matt Ryan. He's been lighting up defenses. The Titans give up so many big plays in their secondary. Their defense gets torched week in and week out. However, I see the Titans winning this one because of Derrick Henry, because they're going to get the ground game going, and I see Derrick Henry running over the Colts defense. So give me the Titans here, 32-26 in overtime. I think it goes to overtime. Next is the Texans facing the Raiders. So both teams only have 1 win. They're both coming off the bye. Both are going to be well rested. I do like the Raiders more here because they do have a better offense. Their defense is horrible, but they can at least move the ball with Adams and Josh Jacobs, Derek Carr. So I like the Raiders here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans won, but I got to go Raiders 24-14. Next is the Jets taking on the Broncos. So the Jets have been on fire. lately. They're going into Mile High Stadium where it's not easy to win against a Broncos team that has underachieved massively. But this really could be a trap game for the Jets. The Broncos have not looked good at all. Russell Wilson struggles. However, they have a good defense, pretty good defense, one of the top defenses in the league. And I just see the Jets not really being able to get the ball going against this Broncos defense. However, I don't see the Broncos offense really doing much to this Jets defense. It's going to be a good matchup, honestly, but I like the Jets 20-17. I got to stick with the hot hand. Next is the Chiefs versus the Niners. So this is a rematch from the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. This is a very interesting matchup. I think the Niners could win if they run the ball. They're able to emulate that formula. They are kind of banged up on the offense and defense. Chiefs got a tough loss last week against the Bills. I think they're going to bounce back on the road and win this one. I'm going to go 28-25 for the Chiefs. I'm just not going to bet against Patrick Mahomes for sure. Seahawks and Chargers is next. This is going to be a good game. Seahawks have been a surprise team this year. No one expected them to be 3-3 right now, but here they are. Geno Smith's been playing really well. Their offense has been good. Their defense has been all right, kind of shaky. And as for the Chargers, speaking of defenses, they haven't really lived up to their hype, especially when they got Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson. Justin Herbert was struggling last week on offense, but I think he's going to have a bounce-back game. He didn't throw a touchdown last week, but I think he's going to have 3 in this game, and they've been using Austin Eckler on the ground really well, and I see him just implementing that same game plan against the Seahawks. So I like the Chargers in this one, 30-26. Next is the Steelers taking on the Dolphins. So the Steelers got a big win against Tom Brady and the Bucs. Kenny Pickett got hurt with a concussion, but I think he's going to be playing in this game. Maybe this could, maybe his confidence is up. Maybe the Steelers' confidence is up after beating the Bucs when no one took them to win. And the Steelers could win here, but I do like the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa is coming back. Speaking of concussions, we'll see how he plays. I think he's going to utilize Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle a lot against a banged-up Steelers defense. But this is a pick'em game. I do like the Dolphins, though, 28-27. As for the final game, we got the Monday night game, the Bears facing the Patriots. The Bears have not looked that good at all this year. They've actually looked horrible. While the Patriots are starting to gain some momentum, they're knocking off a couple wins with the rookie quarterback, Bailey Zappe. And I think it's just going to continue. You know, I think the defense is going to just destroy this Bears offense. And I'm going to have to take the Patriots here. I'm going to go 33-19. So that's it for my picks. So I'm going to give you guys my locks and my upset. My lock is the Patriots and my upset is the Jets. And the teams on the bye week are the Eagles, Bills, Vikings, and Rams. That's it for my Week 7 picks. Thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. Watch some great football this week and take care.